Assalamualaikum to Professor Madya Dr. Nadia and my fellow classmates. Today we are going to present about a case study which is about SM Holistic Living Academy. My name is Nabilatul Huda and this is my team members. In this presentation, we are going to discuss briefly about the background of the academy and their strength, the main issue, the internal and external growth strategies, SWOT analysis, ratio analysis, and finally, the conclusion of the case study. SM Holistic Living Academy or SMHLA is a leading institution that provides education in holistic health and traditional as well as complementary therapies. Their motto is embracing the rhythm of Mother Nature. The institution is owned by Sandhya, a young dynamic entrepreneur. SM Holistic Academy offers various certificate and diploma courses, such as certificate in diet and nutrition, diploma in aromatherapy, and also diploma in reflexology. The academy not only equip the students with classroom education, but they also expose their students to real-life situations. Therefore, the academy is affiliated with hospitals and clinics to provide the students with practical training. The scheduling of classes are flexible and not restricted to only full-time students, but it is also designed to cater for working adults. Besides that, the institution also conducts health and wellness-related short courses and workshops. Among the topic of the courses and workshops are sports massage, natural and holistic care for pets, and acupressure for health. Next, we will discuss about the strength of the academy. Firstly, SM Holistic Living Academy is a pioneering institution in the field of education in holistic health, traditional and complementary therapies. Their aim is to enhance intellectual growth and promote projects that serve humanity. Secondly, the institution is led by Sandhya, an ambitious owner that always strives for the best. She also has vast experience and strong passion for natural therapy. Thirdly, SMHLA provides highly trained tutors, facilitators, and international panel of distinguished patrons and advisors. Besides that, the academy also offers qualifications from highly recognized UK examining boards such as ITEC and VTCT, which are the world's leading awarding bodies. Next, the academy also actively conducting conference and exhibition to build their networking, while at the same time introduce their programs to the public. Lastly, the academy is also actively involved in corporate social responsibility activities to build their image and grow their reputation. For example, the academy initiated Paw Prints Natural Rescue Program that aims to rescue injured stray animals. Other than that, they also organized the Women's Life Force in Action to provide support to grieving women who are the victim of physical and emotional abuse. And finally, the academy also launched character building program for kids to help them cultivate good values and principles. This program is very beneficial as it encourages the children to develop their analytical mind and cultivate positive thought pattern since young age.
Hi, my name is Fazlatun Umairah. Now, I am going to present about the main issue of SMHLA. The main issue of that's going on with this academy is the Sandhya, the owner of the academy, wants to explore the possibility of opening a healthy diet restaurant, but she lacks experience in managing a restaurant business other than the academy, and she is unsure either she is going for this ambitious growth plan through internal growth or external growth, which are acquisition and strategic alliance. Internal growth strategy are also known as organic growth. Organic growth occurs when a company uses its own tools and resources to expand their businesses. For example, SMHLA use their own student as a part-time worker at the restaurant, and the academy is affiliated with hospital and clinics to provide the student with clinical training after they are graduated. Okay. The advantages of the organic growth is it can save cost in marketing strategy, since Sandia does not need to advertise any job vacancy to the public, and she also have a better control over the resources because the students are already exposed to the field of work, so she can manage them better. But there is disadvantages of using this strategy. It may require exhaustive reskilling as the internship placement is only for temporary for few months, so they need to train the new workers over and over again. Also, using this strategy, the academy has a limited expansion because the academy will not have much new connection with others to improve their operation. Okay, we already know about the internal growth strategy. Now I will present about the external growth strategy, which are acquisition and strategic alliance. First, acquisition. An acquisition is when one company purchases most or all of another company's share to gain control over that company. The advantages of acquisition is it reduces entry barriers to the new market, obtaining easier access to a skilled labor force, and to provide opportunities for the students to secure practical training placement. For disadvantages, the first one, it will lead to the internal fallout, where existing employees might be replaced with the new staff that is chosen by the owning company. Conflicts between two companies may arise when they have a different objective. Lastly, the financial burden if you are borrowing money to fund your acquisition. Next, strategic alliance. It is an agreement between two or more companies to achieve a common business goals by sharing their strengths and resources. However, the parties involved in the strategic alliance remain independent in their business operation. The advantages of strategic alliance is they can share skills and expertise, has opportunity to grow in the new market, and they can enhance image of the company in the marketplace. For disadvantages, conflict may arise due to different management style. Next, less efficient communication between partners when there is a wide gap of age between partners. And lastly, loss of control over important issues if the company do not gain control over the partners.
My name is Anis Nadira. Now I will proceed with non-financial analysis for two restaurants that Sandia consider to cooperate. This analysis consists of SWOT analysis for both traditional homestyle restaurant and village fusion. Now I will explain about SWOT analysis of traditional homestyle restaurant or THSR. From the information stated in the case study, the strength is THSR currently has two branches in Klang Valley. Next, they not only focusing on catering for in-house customers, but they also provide catering services for small and large function events too. THSR also has an effective front desk team that provide efficient service. Next, THSR weakness is they are facing declining sales due to high turnover of the kitchen staff and deteriorating quality of food. Then, due to sales that basically are on cash-only basis, THSR opportunity is they can widen their markets by using food delivery application. Next, THSR can have variety of healthy food choices that can be enjoyed by more people and not limited to only vegetarian people. The last one is the threat to THSR business, which is shifting of customers' preferences and expectation. Lastly, slower growth due to inability to raise funds for the restaurant. Next, I will explain about SWOT analysis for village fusion. One of the strengths is their business is doing very well as the restaurant maintains high assets with low liabilities. Then, the owner is an experienced accountant and a very conservative person. Finally, village fusion have no wastage of food at the end of each working day. Then for weaknesses, Village Fusion is a small restaurant that operates only for 25 working days per month. Moreover, Nathan, the restaurant owner, is getting old, which might affect the future performance of the restaurant. Then I will proceed with opportunity. Village Fusion will grow customers' loyalty towards their restaurant. They also can expand their business by opening new branches. Finally, the threat that Village Fusion might face is rising costs of material when market price increase. After that, the restaurant also may face high risk of default when their customers are unable to pay on time. So basically, the owner of both restaurants, which is Raiden and Nathan, is concerned and worried about their future position in the industry. Therefore, they wanted to sell 50% of their business shares. Raiden valued his current business at 150,000 ringgit, while Nathan valued at 200,000 ringgit. Based on the SWOT analysis of traditional homestyle restaurant that we have made, we think that if Sandhya wants to expand her business with THSR, she should acquire the THSR. Therefore, in this slide, I will present about benefit of acquisition with traditional homestyle restaurant THSR. The first benefit of acquisition is reduce the entry barrier to new market. The academy will be able to instantly enter new markets because THSR is a well-known restaurant and has a large customer base. Market entry can otherwise be costly due to expenses in new market research. Next, obtaining easier access to a skilled labor force. For example, Sandhya can retain the skillful staff from both companies without the need to engage in an extensive search and hiring process. Lastly, provide opportunities for the student to secure practical training placement. As the academy gain control of THSR, most students will have opportunities to secure placement in 2 restaurants of THSR in Klang Valley. For Village Fusion, we recommend Sandhya to form a strategic alliance. Now, I will talk about the benefit of strategic alliance with Village Fusion. First one is they can share skills and expertise as each company have a different kind of expertise and knowledge. For example, Village Fusion has expertise in managing a restaurant, while the academy has knowledge about diet and nutrition. Next, opportunity to grow in the new markets. Entering a strategic alliance with Village Fusion will allow the academy to access the restaurant market automatically. This new market would bring a lot of new opportunities and open new doors for the academy to explore and allowing the business to increase its market size. Finally, enhance image of the company in the marketplace. The good reputation of Village Fusion towards their customers by providing high quality of food will eventually reflect on academy's image in the marketplace. That's all from me.
Hi, my name is Nur Kamila Diana, and now I will present about ratio analysis. The first ratio is liquidity ratio. As you can see, in current ratio, traditional homestyle restaurant obtain 1 time, meanwhile Village Fusion obtain 5.38 times. It means that for every 1 ringgit of current liability, traditional homestyle restaurant has 1 ringgit of current asset as a backup, meanwhile Village Fusion has 5 ringgit and 38 cents of current asset as a backup for every 1 ringgit of current liability. So it shows that Village Fusion has a greater ability to pay off its short-term debt. Next, quick ratio. Traditional homestyle restaurant obtain 0.64 times as for Village Fusion. the restaurant obtained 4.93 times. When comparing with the industry average, which is 0.56 times, it shows that Village Fusion is more liquid than the industry average. Hence, Village Fusion has a higher capability to pay its current liabilities without needing to sell its inventory or obtain additional financing. The third liquidity ratio is inventory turnover ratio. Traditional home-style restaurant obtain 140 times, meanwhile Village Fusion managed to obtain 212.5 times. After comparing with the industry average, which is 38.54 times, it clearly shows that Village Fusion managed its inventory more efficiently than the industry average. Hence, Village Fusion achieved in creating more sales than traditional home-style restaurant, while at the same time keeping their storage and holding costs at minimum level. The second ratio is profitability ratio. Traditional home-style restaurant managed to secure 30% gross profit margin, whereas Village Fusion managed to secure 50% gross profit margin. The industry average shows a ratio of 71.7%. Hence, we can see that Village Fusion's gross profit is less than the industry average. When compared to the both of the restaurants, Village Fusion has a more profit generated from the productions of company's good. Village Fusion has more cash to pay for indirect and other costs such as taxes. Second, profit margin. Traditional home-style restaurant managed to secure 5.8%, and Village Fusion managed to obtain 22.94%. The industry average ratio is 9.66%. We can clearly say that Village Fusion profit margin is more than the industry average. Hence, Village Fusion has more profit generated from the revenue, and the restaurant managed to earn extra profits even after all the expenses has been paid. Lastly, return on assets. For traditional home-style restaurant, the return on asset is 19.73%, whereas Village Fusion, the returns on asset is 163.59%. The industry average is 0.55%. So, Village Fusion has higher return on assets than the industry average. It also means that Village Fusion is utilizing its assets better to generate more earnings.
Next, leverage ratio. For this ratio, we are going to look at the debt ratio. Debt ratio shows a company's ability to pay off its liabilities with its asset. A high ratio indicates that a company may be putting itself at risk of default if the interest rate suddenly rise. For traditional home-style restaurant THSR, the debt ratio is 1 time, and Village Fusion is 4.11 times. The industry average debt ratio is 2.75 times. We can see that THSR is better than Village Fusion for this ratio, since the restaurant has less debt burden than industry average and Village Fusion. It also shows that THSR has lower financial risk and they effectively minimize its liabilities.
Now, we have come to the last part of this presentation, which is the conclusion. As you can see, based on the non-financial and financial analysis that we have made earlier, Village Fusion shows an excellent performance which could help Sandhya expand her business. Furthermore, Sandhya could obtain a faster way to grow her business
if she established a partnership with a restaurant that already has a secure place in the market. After the two companies merging their business together, it will reduce the competition among themselves and unintentionally increase their market share. Thus, we can conclude that it is more favorable to establish a partnership through strategic alliance with Village Fusion. That's all from us. Thank you for lending us your ears.